Well, what do I gotta say? Sault Sainte Marie. Sault Sainte Marie. Just a little place in Minnesota, I guess. Or Michigan or Wisconsin. Sault Sainte Marie. And don't forget Edmund Fitzgerald. The wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald on the deep lake that is Superior, and the lake that is Huron, a native unto the land of time immemorial, and Michigan might as well be a little slip of some sort, I don't know. And then what's beyond Superior Lake and Huron? Well, Michigan hangs down like a little penis. It does. And Superior and Huron, okay. There's a cock and penis and two balls. And well, there you've got, well, Erie next. Oh, it's so eerie, so candid, so polluted, it just flows that way anyway, 'cause it's all drained by the Mississippi and goes to the Delta of Alexandria. And then you have Ontario. Well, that's just a lake backed up by a dam called Niagara Dam, I guess, so. Dam Niagara Falls Dam that goes to a way that's not a seaway, and that's St. Lawrence. St. Lawrence, Arabia, I don't know, I can imagine. And here I am in Fenwick again. QE2, the orb. QE2, Her Majesty, QE2. Oh, you fucking idiots. QE2. Q train right by me. That's Q. It's always Q. Q. Well, where do I want to go? I want to go Q, E, and 2. Q train to the E train to the 2 train to go to the Old Penn Station. So it's QE2. Yeah. Q train to E, AC or E, that I can get there to Atlantic Terminal. And from AC or E, then I can get on the 2 train. But I could get the 2 train there, but I said, no, QE2. Yeah, the orb. Because I want to go to Las Vegas and go sit in that fucking orb thing they built and watch all these fantastic movies. Yeah, it's torture. Yeah, that's the ultimate punishment. I can't think of anything more fantastically fun than that. And then to get a all expenses paid working trip on a train or a Conestoga wagon heading out to Vegas to go get in that fucking orb thing. And if you live, then maybe you can do something else. Well, we're not going to have passports out of America for in and out. No, I've got the only one that's good now. And so why should anybody else do anything? QE2. Well, Her Majesty, the Queen. Her Majesty, the Queen. That's only one person. Her Majesty, the Queen. Her Majesty, the Queen. Yeah. Well, I'll just say Elizabeth I for one or first. And then just say Her Majesty the Queen. Who is that? Just remember. Elizabeth I or Bit 1 or Elizabeth or Beth or there's a lot of names for Elizabeth, you know, but Her Majesty the Queen, Elizabeth I and that. And then Her Majesty the Queen, His Majesty. And that's the hand signal thing. William and Kate. And Harry, well, I can call him Harry. I sure can because he lived around Oprah and people, I think, and stuff like that. So Harry, okay, I can just call him Harry. I can. Yeah, Harry. Well, yeah, well, Prince Royale, Prince Harry. I mean, he's the brother of William and, and Kate, and Roy, Kate and them together, and Harry, that. Well, I can talk about that, those three. I don't know about Kate, though. I don't. Kate, well, whatever. That doesn't matter. Not really. It's not supposed to. It has in the past, but we're trying to get over these things. And so anyway, just a test, I guess. Her Majesty the Queen, His Majesty. They, Majesties, King, Queen, William and Kate. I'm trying to think about it. And then, well, Prince Royale, Harry. Well, because I'm His Majesty. His Majesty. Her Majesty the Queen. His Majesty. King, Queen Royale, their Majesties, there's something, William and Kate, and then Prince Royale Harry or Prince Harry or Harold or Harry. I just heard the name Harry for so long I don't know anything else. That's all I know, because I'm not, okay, Harry, okay, that's all I know. I don't know what else to say. But, well, I can simply say, honorific Royale. Title honorific Royale. Paper, no. Nothing, no. I mean, but honorific, no paper, no pen, no nothing. Honorific, a title, a thing, or just spoken words by Her Majesty the Queen. Not, well, His Majesty, no. Her Majesty the Queen, not Elizabeth I or that, no. Her Majesty the Queen. Of course, not QE to the orb. Well, I still don't know that orb exists out there, and any other orb too, whether it's real, fictitious, or other, because I've not actually seen or been there. So I'm taking that on faith, I guess, and pretty sticking a lot of bullshit on talking all that. But that's okay. It's just talk. But like I said, talk. Well, I'll just say, male, because in Europe, I don't know where, more places than London, fee, tail, and daughter, and tail, and tails, and fee, tails, and property, and law, and dowry, and all these words and things that I don't. My property instructor at law school at Washingtonian University said we don't have to think about that stuff in the United States of America, because simply it just doesn't apply. It doesn't apply. I mean, it doesn't matter to anything that he would have to teach me for a whole semester of property. And the contracts professor didn't speak of anything in contracts class except business arrangements, business only. Contracts for every kind of business. Marriage and stuff, no, that's very domesticated stuff. No, not in law school. In criminal law with Professor Miller, Professor Greenfield on contracts, and Professor, well, God, I can see him lecturing the property professor. I don't remember his name right now. Well, I can understand why. I mean, my God, you go in there and go up that thing and go up there and sit down and he talks for the whole time like they all do. But, well, I guess people raise their hand. Or, no, you get called on when the professor calls you. You don't raise your hand. Unless you're invited to raise that hand. Sometimes a professor would say, can I see hands or about her? If you believe a question, maybe, a few people might be ready to raise their hand or something and whatever, and maybe, but you don't do, Mr. Cocott. No, so I don't know. I mean, God, for God's sakes, whoever taught that property class, and that got my name at random, well, I don't know what I would have said because I don't know. I know we read cases, of course, in books, a property book, a book of cases about property law that is that thing. Lord God, I don't know. Of course, I had the book. I don't have any idea. A case book that's full of cases. Yeah. F's up in state cases too. I mean, state Supreme Court, the highest court of a state. That's it. Whatever the highest court of a state is, that's the only thing that could be in a case book when I went to law school. Nothing less than that would matter because that court is, according to that state anyway, by its rules, the highest authority judicial. So that's of note to the Chief Justice, Mr. Roberts, automatically, even right now today, because he's alive and living well, so he cares what the highest courts, by whatever they are. He would knows these things. He does. Well, I do too. I can figure that out. So simple to make your head spin right off and pop it off like a pop-top thing or a firecracker, M80 whatever, or hot rail math, hot damn. Derby things. Well, these judges don't get to go do any of these things, and they don't get to watch. I don't know what they get to do. I don't know. There's no limitation. You can't limit the judicial authority of the Chief Justice. Now the Chief Justice can say what he wants about the eight, the gang of eight, the gang of the eight associate justices, the gang of eight justices who can ride circuit, baby, ride and on the spot say, die, live, die, live, die, live, whatever. Those eight, wherever there's the territorial jurisdiction of the United States, it don't matter, man. Well, what about their protective service, and who does that, and where are those people, and do you have any idea of people in black disappearing robes and this and that? Well, you don't think that they don't have their own shit? Of course they do, that nobody knows about. Well, I just said it. It's so obvious to anybody. It'd be required, necessary, absolute, because that is authority judicial. The supreme law of this land is your land. This land is my land. I'm Woody Guthrie, and I saw his relatives. There's too many of these people, so kill them and mark them dead. I've counted them as dead myself. I can't imagine. Well, what about the gang of eight associate justices? What can they do or where can they go? Well, authority judicial supreme beyond whatever. Yeah. God forbid. Yeah. God forbid. Yeah, God forbid that, eight associate justices or whatever, or Chief Justices, that they're, whatever, zooming or doing trials or whatever they're doing. I mean, come on now. Well, Judge Ludig is impressive enough for me to listen to him, that I'm convinced that he doesn't say anything much to me. He doesn't say, I've listened to him here the other day. I'm like, yeah, okay. Well, yeah, well, he did. Well, fine, okay. Well, he didn't decide anything. No. It's really interesting. in my mind. So I just said, well, so far as me, little me, well, it's not necessary.